What you're going to see today are the 9 viral faceless YouTube niches that nobody talks about. And let's go and see this right away. But before we go into these 9 viral faceless YouTube niches, I'm going to call upon the people who might have forgotten to subscribe to this channel. Please subscribe to the channel because we bring you videos on each and every day, and these videos highlight you on the various faceless YouTube niches that you can jump into and make money right away. These are easy to do various faceless niches where you don't have to show your face, but you can be able to make money. If you're looking for that and you're looking for various niches that you can try out, niches that are already working, please subscribe to the channel. Let's go into this one. Now, this is in the cruise niche. It's called Cruise Campus. You look at what they've done. They've done 25 videos and they already have 545,000 views. Now, what do they do? What they showcase are mostly different kinds of hacks for people who are traveling using ships. People who are doing trips are mostly on ships, things that they are supposed to avoid, things that they are supposed to do. So basically, these are tip related videos. And when you look at their AI thumbnails, mostly these thumbnails, they're having characters that are AI generated. But when you look at how they formulate them, it is quite simplistic and good and catchy and clickbaity. So if you are going into this kind of space, you want to do thumbnails that are quite clickbaity, but also you want to follow the consistency in terms of how they design their texts that are in the thumbnails, the characters. When you look at the characters, they quite relate with the various topics that they have selected in terms of their titles, and this is working out very well for them. When you look at how they narrate these videos, it is mostly B-roll footage about ships and how people can avoid the certain things that they are talking about, tricks that they can use to have better experiences when it comes to traveling using cruise ships. And this kind of niche is not yet saturated. You can go into this niche and be able to capitalize on the things that are already working out. When you're emulating a niche or when you're choosing a niche to go into, you want to choose a niche and also look at the things that worked out very well. When I go to the most popular videos and I look at the thumbnails, I always, let's say I'm going into this niche, I'm going to say, like to base my kind of work based on these videos that worked out. Because if you look at the videos that are working out or the videos that worked out, you want to emulate those because they're already proven to work out in terms of how the thumbnails are capturing the minds of the people, how the titles are really performing. So you are basing your research mostly on the things that are working out. You don't have to reinvent the wheel when it comes to going into any niche, but there are things that you can look onto, things that have already worked out well. You can emulate them, and if there are things that are not working out very well, you can also capitalize and make changes on those and be able to thrive in that space. So let's go to the next one. Now, this next one, it is mostly an economic news niche. They're doing mostly videos about UK. They've done 9 videos and they already have 108,000 views. Now, this is a very new channel. They haven't really done videos for a very lengthy time. When you look at when they first made the first video, it is mostly 10 days ago. When you look at what they are doing, the oldest video, let's go to the oldest video. We want to see it. The oldest one was done 2 weeks ago. And the most popular video was done 15 hours ago. It already has 67,000 views. Now, what are they doing? They're mostly bringing information about various things that are affecting people in the economy of the United Kingdom. Now, these kinds of videos really work out well. So if you find a niche for this, mostly with the niche, I'm talking about a various, I'm talking about a certain country, like the United Kingdom, the United States, Australia, France. You can start doing videos about certain economic aspects that are happening in that country, aspects that are affecting people in that particular country. So this is what they've done. They've niched down to a particular country and they're doing videos related to mostly economic matters, unemployment, things that are happening, the collapse of the economy, jobs. So it is mostly economy related videos, prices of things that are going up, and people always want to see these kinds of videos because these things really affect them firsthand in whatever country you can go into. So with these kinds of videos, effectively, you are going to thrive. This is a new niche, but I believe you can capitalize on this kind of niche and be able to do these videos in a much more better way. It doesn't have to be really videos particularly about the UK. You can do videos about other countries. There are numerous countries that you can do videos about and be able to thrive in this space. So look at what is really working, how they are formulating their titles, and how they are narrating these stories. What is really working, it is something that we are going to capitalize on. And the things that are not really working out, you can be able to amplify on those, given the different kinds of things that we talk about in various videos that we put out every day. You want to fully be immersed into research of the topics that you are going to do in this space, because you want to understand that particular audience very well and the pain points they face, and be able to emulate them in terms of how they are affected and how the economy is affecting them when you're going into this type of niche. Now let's go to this one. This one is a niche that highlights mostly things related to food and beverages, but things or items and products that were consumed in the past, mostly in the United States. So that is basically what they are doing. I want us to look at what they've done with 530 videos. They have 36 million views. I know the videos are quite much, but in terms of what they are doing, I wanted you to get a sense of what they are doing in terms of their thumbnails. The thumbnails are quite simple. They talk about these different kinds of foods and beverages people used to take in the 1960s, the 1970s, in the 1980s, in the 1950s, and how they affected them. Things that are really forgotten in that space. It is basically what they are doing. So they're mostly highlighting those products that people used to use and how they use them. And people love this kind of content because the demographics of the people that you're going to appeal to, the audience that you're going to appeal to, they're mostly people who are older, people who are 40 years to 80 years older when you go into this kind of niche. And these people have a high buying power. That means when you're doing videos that are quite lengthy, like how they are doing videos that are over 20 minutes or even over 30 minutes, you're going to keep people watching for a very longer time, and the kinds of ads that you're going to attract, they're going to be very high. That means your revenue per meal is going to be kind of high when it comes to such a channel. Let's go to the most popular videos and we look at what they have done in terms of this video. These videos are quite performing well. The most popular ones are 1.4 million views, 964,000 views. This one 948,000 views. This one 931,000 views. So that means they are doing well in terms of these kinds of videos that are quite bringing out the elements that they are emulating that were used mostly like 50 years ago, 30 years ago, 20 years ago. So this vintage style is being emulated even with their thumbnails, which is something that you also want to look out for when you go into this type of niche. Now, this one, next on the list, it is in the mafia niche. But the way they are doing this, they are narrating various kinds of videos, but what they really do, it is to deliver science-backed breakdowns of fitness, supplements, and health trends and more. But mostly the way they emulate it, it is mostly using that mafia kind of narrative. And the way when you look at what they've done, they've only done 11 videos. These 11 videos already have 397,000 views. Now that is quite a very good thing when it comes to the kinds of videos that they are doing. Basically, they are in the health niche, but the way they are narrating these videos, it is quite simplistic and it is calling to the people. When you look at the thumbnails, the style of the thumbnails is quite simple. They are showcasing various people mostly, but also for the thumbnails where they are showcasing various elements, it is the same style. So when you're doing thumbnails for your channel, you want to look out for the styles of thumbnails that really work out. And when you find those, you want to emulate them and use them consistently. And with that, it helps you to build a brand. Let's say you're doing these videos because these kinds of videos are in the health niche. And in the health niche, it's very, very likely that you're going to bring on brands to your channel. So if you're building a brand as a channel, you want to build brand identity. And the only way you build brand identity is by creating a style, a simplistic and unique style that people are going to identify you by when it comes to the thumbnails, when it comes to how you create your titles, but most importantly, how you give the value in your videos. And that is what they are doing basically, and they are doing it very well. When you look at the popular videos that have gone viral for this channel, this one 2 weeks ago, 342,000 views. This one 1 month ago, already 47,000 views. This one 3 weeks ago, 9,000 views, and they are still continuing because they only have 11 videos. That means that the niche is not saturated. You can be able to go into this niche and make money. You can look at what they are doing and be able to get a sense or use it as a reference on how you can be able to go into this space, even make much more better videos and thrive. When you look at the video length that they have, their videos are not over 15 minutes. Now, when I'm going into such a niche, if I wanted to do such a niche, I would do videos that are 20 minutes longer, but even make the thumbnails, use the very same style of the thumbnails, but make them even quite brighter and calling to the audiences, and that can put me ahead even by the selection of the topics. You want to emulate the style of the selection of the topics, but also select topics in that very niche that are quite calling to the audiences and clickbaity. I believe with that you can be able to thrive when you go and also give content with the videos. Let's go to the next one. Now this one, it is in the finance niche. When you look at basically, actually, when you look at what they are doing, it is a Money Mastery Hub. It is a financial related channel, but not basically finance, with mostly narrations of videos about how people can go into making and bettering their finances, creating YouTube channels. So basically it is in the YouTube niche, but mostly to help people get a sense of how they can make money using these very channels. They have 85 videos and they already have 1 million views. Look at what they have done in terms of the thumbnails. They have some consistent styles of the thumbnails that are working out, and they're repeatedly using those. So when you look at their thumbnails, some of them are different, but some of them have a simplistic and same style. When you find a style of thumbnails that like I've already told you, that is really working out for you, you want to capitalize on that. You want to make sure that you can redo that, because if it's working, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can use that very style of the thumbnail on various videos, and you can be able to thrive like we've seen on other various channels. And when you look at the topics that they are doing, they are mostly about faceless channels and how someone can get monetized. Now, with these kinds of channels, you don't have to show your face. You're going to get someone, a video editor from Fiverr, a video editor that you can get maybe from other avenues online, and be able to tell them what you want, what you effectively want in this kind of niche, and they will create the videos for you. So what you're going to do, you're just going to choose the topics and how they are going to narrate these topics in a much more better way, and they can be able to create the script for you. They can be able to create the videos for you, and this niche is working out very well. The revenue per mil is going to be very high, but what I would advise, if you go into this niche, you want to have consistency. When I look at this channel, the videos are not quite consistent. They have videos that are 5 minutes long, 6 minutes long, some are 10 minutes long. So with consistency, you want to do videos that are quite longer consistently, but also you want to ensure that these videos give value mostly to the people who are watching them, because they will keep on coming up back, and the more they come back and they watch for longer, the more revenue that you're going to get, and the more the revenue per meal can really go up. I've seen this element when I look at some of the channels that I run. When you look at these channels, the revenue per meal goes high per the value of the content that you put out. And this is really good when you choose a niche that has a high revenue per meal. The revenue per meal will keep on going up based on even the average view duration, how long people stay on your videos. That is quite important. So you want to keep them longer, and you want the videos to, most importantly, give out value. And with this kind of niche, you can do it without showing your face. Now, if you've forgotten or you've not really subscribed to this channel, I'm going to tell you what we do. We do videos on each and every day, and these videos help you to get a better sense of the various YouTube niches that you can go into and make money. So you don't want to miss out on such an opportunity of getting access to daily new unsaturated niches that are working out. So please subscribe to the channel, and thank you for that. Let's continue. Now, this one is mostly in the psychology niche. What they are doing, actually, when you see the videos that they are doing, they're using sticky figure illustrations, but they are talking about various aspects. But mostly these aspects are helping people also to make money. That is basically what I've seen. When you look at what they are doing, they are talking mostly, and they're doing videos about YouTube to help people get a better sense of how they can start YouTube channels, how they can be able to capitalize on various opportunities, the things that they are supposed to do, the things that they are not supposed to do, various YouTube niches, the automation hacks that they can take on. So it is basically something that enlightens people on how to make money, but basically using YouTube channels and various faceless YouTube strategies that they can capitalize on. They are doing well. They're doing well because the videos they are putting out are making quite a huge number of views. When you look at the popular videos that have thrived in this space, they have one that has done 558,000 views. This one 79,000 views. So it is related to the previous niche that we've done, and with that you can look at what they are doing and emulate it, because if you can emulate what they are doing, that is quite good in terms of using these sticky animations. They don't have to have this very color. You can even change the color and use a different kind of style, but mostly sticky animations to explain these concepts in a much more simpler way, and definitely you are going to get these views and make money out of such a channel. Now, this one is mostly in the airport, rather in the travel or the aviation niche. It is called Airport now. When you look at what they've done, they have 54 videos and they already have 2.8 million views. That is really evident that the space is still thriving and that the demand for such videos is there. With this number of videos, 54 videos and already 2.8 million views, 54 videos, 2.8 million views, you can look at how they are thriving. These videos were done 2 days ago, 5 days ago, 9 days ago. They are already doing well. When you always want to look at a channel, you want to look at the most popular videos and when they were done. When you look at these videos, they were recently done 5 months ago, 725,000 views. Now this one 6 months ago, 369,000 views. Most of the videos, they aren't even 1 year old, the videos that are thriving and they're already doing well. That gives you a sense that this kind of niche is still unsaturated. There are people who are looking for these kinds of videos because they travel from one place to another and they're looking for information to help them understand the things that they are supposed to do when they are at airports, the things that they can do to have better travel experiences, not to miss out on flights, not to miss out on various opportunities, to get access to I can say tickets that are quite cheaper compared to where they are traveling, to the rules that they are supposed to follow when they are at different kinds of airports in different countries. So it becomes very easy. You can do a lot when it comes to this niche. And I believe it is an evergreen niche because people are always going to travel. So it depends on how you craft the videos and the things that you are going to emulate. When you look at the thumbnails for these videos that are really, really going viral, the thumbnails are quite simple. They show a character and the things that they are talking about. And also they have that red arrow that points to the elements that they are emphasizing in their titles, and that is also quite important to emulate the styles of the videos that are already working out. You don't want to emulate things that are failing. You want to emulate things that are working out. And when you have styles of videos that are working out, those you want to capitalize on and be able to also recreate something that is relatively similar to what they've done. Not exactly what they've done, but similar to what they've done because it is already working out. And that is how we get to start YouTube channels, by emulating what is already working out, because the audience is already there. You just have to make sure that the supply is low so that you can have a chance to thrive in that very space. Now let's go to this one. This one is in the car niche. When you look at what they've done 10 videos with 539,000 views. The channel is called Everything Subaru. Now what they're doing, they're bringing easy to follow maintenance tips, do-it-yourself repair guides, and essentially to help people who are driving Subarus to keep up with information on how they can keep their cars in very good mechanical situations and be able to thrive while driving these cars. Now, when you are doing such a niche, these people have niched down to basically Subaru cars, but there are different kinds of models of cars. You can do a channel about Toyota cars. You can do a channel about maybe Teslas. You can do a channel mostly about various kinds of cars, because they are of different types. Now this channel niched down mostly to Subaru cars. Look at what they've done. The channel is not quite long, because when you look at the oldest video that they've done, they did this video 1 month ago. It is a 1 month old channel, but look at the views that they are fetching in terms of the most popular views, because they don't even have a huge number of videos. They have only 10 videos. This one was done 1 month ago. It already has 259,000 views. This one 3 weeks ago, 93,000 views. This one 1 month ago, 60,000 views. So that means there are people who are seeking, people who are particularly driving this kind of cars, and they are seeking out for hacks to keep their cars maintained well, but in good condition. Now, I've always told you that when you go into any space, you want to find a niche that is unsaturated. When you look at this niche, there aren't very many channels. Actually, there are a few. There could be even fewer than 5 channels that are doing videos about Subaru cars, specifically about Subaru cars. So you want to go into a sub niche of that very niche. So the broader niche is the car niche, but you want to niche down to a sub niche that is not yet saturated, but that is sold for. If there are millions of people who are driving Toyota cars, you can do a video about how they can maintain their cars, mostly about Toyota cars. You can do videos about how people can maintain Tesla cars. You can do videos about engines of Range Rover cars. So it comes down to the form of creativity that you bring in terms of finding low supply niches but with a high demand, and that puts you ahead of other people, because by the time the space is saturated, you've already thrived in that space and you're doing well. And that is basically what this channel is doing quite well. So it can be an inspiration to you on how you can find a sub niche of a broader niche and be able to capitalize on that and make money. Now, this one that we have on the list, it is mostly in the psychic niche. It is helping people discover different kinds of mysteries and complexities about the human mind. So it is in the psychology niche. They've done 177 videos and they already have 1.2 million views. Now, 1.2 million views, 177 videos, that is something that you can look onto. I want you to look at these videos and the simplicity of the thumbnails. The thumbnails are quite simple. They are related to a character called Machiavelli, who is very popular when it comes to psychology, mostly of the mind, and reverse psychology. That is what I can say, because I've read some of his books I know some of these principles. So when I go to such a channel, definitely I'm going to click and I'm going to watch, because what they are talking about, these are intriguing things about the human mind. I want you to look at their their titles and how they formulate them. The titles are quite simplistic, but they are good. But also their thumbnails. The thumbnails really highlight this very character, Machiavelli, in a much more better way. Red background, black, mostly black dressed character, but with that look that relates to the kinds of psychological hacks that you are talking about. So you want to evoke the very emotions that relate to the audience that you are appealing to, which is quite good, and they have done it very well. And this is something that I have noticed with these kinds of channels, that they tell stories mostly using their thumbnails even before they go to the very video, and you want to do that very well. They've done that very well. The consistency in terms of the length, it is also important. Their videos are quite lengthy, because the videos are over 20 minutes, and that I've seen in most of these videos, which is quite good. And I believe the revenue per mil for these kinds of videos is quite high, because when they have lengthy videos, that means they keep people on the channel watching more. And the longer you keep someone on YouTube to watch more with your videos, the more chances you have of thriving and getting more money. And they're doing this very well and thriving. So this is one of the channels that you can go into and also make money. Now, for the people who have just enjoyed some of these niches that we bring to you, I'm going to call upon you to subscribe to this very channel, because we bring you these niches on a daily basis. On a daily basis, you're going to get access to these niches, and you're going to make an informed decision of the very niche that you would go into, a niche that is not saturated, but a niche that is easy to do, a niche that you can jump into, make money, and thrive from that niche. So this is the place where you get access to those niches firsthand on a daily basis. So please subscribe to the channel and enjoy the rest of our videos. Thank you. See you in the next video.